Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Data Science Nerd. So today we are going to discuss data operators and what are data models. So we will discuss data operators one by one in SQL. So what are like SQL operators? So there are multiple types of operators, like there are arithmetic operators, comparison operators, and compound operators, logical operators, like that. So when it comes to arithmetic operator, we have some operators like add, subtract, multiply, divide, and module. Sorry. So these are some of the operators that we have, and so you might have like uh, you all are aware of all these operators because you might have done all these in like your class 11th also in Boolean algebra. So these are nothing but like simple operator like plus, minus, multiply, divide, and modulus is represented as percentage. So the first four operator you are already aware of. So how, like when we are writing any query, we can directly write this. Let's say select 15 plus 20. So it will give the result of it. Okay. Like this we query operators. So for those who are not aware of modulus operator, it is nothing but let's say I am doing, let's say 19 modulus 5. So what it will give? It will give the remainder of that. Like if we divide it, what it will come? 5 is a 15 and 4 is coming as a remainder, right? So the modulus of 19 modulus 5 is 4. Output of it is 4. So these are 5 operators, arithmetic operators. Then we have operators like equal. These are comparison operator. Okay, equal, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and there is one more operator which is not equal to. Not equal to is represented as this, like less than and greater than sign together. This is not operator. Okay, so where we use this operator? We use this operator in our condition, in our query. Let's say we are giving a query. Let's say select some employee id from a employee table. Okay, select employee id from employee, where let's say we want the data of employees whose date of birth is greater than 1980. Okay, like year of date of birth. So how will we give it? We will give like select employee id from employee table where date of birth is greater than, and we will write in single column the date of birth. Okay, like this. So how not equal to is used? So let's say I want the data of all employees where the date of birth of any employee, the year of date of birth. Okay, let's say date of birth is given, so I want that year is should not be equal to, let's say, 1985. Okay, so how I will give it? I will give it like select, let's say I want all the data. Okay, so for all the data we select asterisk. Okay, so select asterisk from employees table where date of birth is not equal to. So if I want to give only year, I will give it like this. Year is a inbuilt function in SQL. Okay, year of date of birth is not equal to 1980, like this. So it will fetch me all the records where date of birth of any employees is equal to 1980. So except this, it will give all the records. Then we have some logical operators also. So what are logical operators? So some of the logical operators are like all, and, between, exist, in, like, not, or. Okay, these are some of the logical operators. So how we will use it? We will use it in our query only. So let's say we'll go to first one, like all. What is all? So let's say we have a table named customer. For example, I'm giving, let's say a customer, and there is the order details of that customer. So let's say I want what product that customer has ordered. Okay. So there are two tables. Okay, customer and order. These are two tables given. So now what I want is, let's say these both customer and order table contains a common field or common column, which is order ID. Okay. So let's say I want the details of all the orders from the customer table, where the order ID should be coming from this table, order table. Okay. So whatever order ID is present in order table, I want for those order ID, I want all the data from customer table. Okay. So how will you give it? Let's say I'm select product name or order name. Okay. So again select order name from customer table, where order ID. So either order ID should be coming from where? This table, order table. Okay. So I want the data from customer table of the order ID which are present in order table. Okay. This order ID is also present in customer table also, but I only want the data of order IDs which are present in order table. So where order ID, here we will use all. Okay. So how will we use it? We will use like this. We will select where order ID is equal to all. Then what I'm doing, I'm selecting order ID from only order table. Select order ID from table order. Okay. So this is how we will write the query for it. So this might be like a little bit complex who are like beginning itself. So for beginners, they should like keep like write code on like HackerRank or some any website where SQL compiler is there. You just keep practicing this. Okay. So what I have done here is I have taken the details of order name from the customer table for all those order ID which are present in order. So it's like a join only, but I will tell you later what actually join is. So these are some of the operators that I wanted to discuss. Now I will go back to like code, and I will show you how we can query all these. So let's say this is the table. Okay. We have it. This is the W3 resource website. This is also very good website if you want to practice like on multiple tables. So see here, there is a table named salesman and there is a table named customer. So what I want is, what is the common here? City is common, right? City is New York. Okay. So let's say how we will see. I think I cannot write code here. Okay, I will explain in this only. No problem. Okay. So let's say here we are given as salesman ID, name, city, commission. Okay. And here customer ID, customer name, city, grade, salesman ID. So let's say I want the name of all like all salesmen, where city, the city that I am taking, I will take from customer table. Okay. So let's say I want the name of him like salesman. How will I take? I will take like select name from salesman table. Okay. Where city I from where I want city I want from customer. So where city is equal to, then I will write like all. Okay. Then where city is equal to all, then I will give a bracket. Okay. Then select city from customer table, like that. The one I told you here. See, this one. Okay. So I will tell you like how we will this operator also, like and operator, between operators, how we will use it. So we will use it. Yes. So let's say here it is given, height is given, right? See, this is a patient table where select first name, gender, birth date from patient, where height between 150 and 180. So let's say I want to run this. Wait 1 second. Select first name, gender, birth date from patient, where height. Is there any spelling mistake? Height where height between. Sorry, I did not give one single column. So here, like how this is how we will get where height between 150 and 180. So what it is giving us? It is giving us first name, gender, and birth date of all the patients whose height is in between 150 and 180. Okay. So don't forget to add this column also when you are giving some clause or condition. Okay. So see, we got this data, right? So now what we will do is, this was between operator. So we will move to our next operator, which was greater than. Okay, so let's say we are giving height. So how we will give greater than? Height is greater than or let's say equal to 150. Now run this query. See, now we got all the records of patients whose height is greater than or equal to 150. Okay, now let's say is there any city or any place? No city or place is given, otherwise I will show you in operator also. Okay, no problem. Let's say the city is given. Okay, so let's say I want, for example, city is given. So how will I give is, let's say there are three cities. Let's say New York and Washington DC. So how will how I will write? I will write, I select first name, gender, birthday from patient, where city in, like this. See this format: New York in one column, single column, New York, Washington DC, and let's say there is a place also Paris or Paris. So now since there is no city here in the table, so I cannot run this query, but I am just explaining you that now it will give the records of all the patients where city in New York, the Washington and Paris. If there were a city column here in patient database, it will give the result like that. Okay. Now how we will use not operator? So we will use it like this. See, select details of the patient, details of patient from table patient where city not in this. So it means it will give all the records of the patient table where city is anything except these three. Did you got my point? So this is like, this is not operator. Okay, this is how we will use it. Now let's say we want to use like operator. So how like operator we will use? So let's say there is a city which is starting from S. Okay, and what I want is, I want that I should fetch all the records from the table where the first letter of that city should not start from S. Okay, so how will I give this? Or let's say not, this is for not operator, and if I want that all the records of the like data from patient table where city should be starting from S. So how will I give it? I will give it like city like. And how will, what is the like format of it, syntax? I will give it like this: S percentage in single column. Okay, this is how we will give. So let's say I will rename it as first name, because first name can also start with S, right? Birth select from patient where first name is spelling is correct, right? Like, oh, sorry. See, one comma was there here, that's why the query was not written. So keep all these points in mind. Okay, see, I'm performing live, so there might be some like additional comma or like that, so that's why it gives error sometimes. So now what it is giving, see, can you see the first, how it is starting? Can you see the first name? Sam, Suzanne, Saz, Shirley, Shesha, Sue. It is starting from like this only. After S it can be anything, okay, but it should start like S. So this is like operator. And what is OR operator? So OR operator is when we want any condition between two things. Let's say where city equal to, let's say Paris. Okay. Now I want that I should get all the records of the patient where city can be Paris also, or city can be New York also. So that means either the patient record should be from city Paris or New York, means both of them. Any of them, if it finds, it will give that record, whether it is Paris or New York. Okay, this is how we use OR operator. Okay, so like all the operators I have discussed with you, and like perform like live coding in front of you also. So what here I'm like I wanted to say is, these are some basic things that we know, we should know that how we are using it and how we should use. So after these things, I am thinking to like completing this like overview of SQL. After that, I will move to join. So I have already told you that join I will take approximate 1 week to cover, because the join I am going to cover in very detail, because join you already know that join is very important as far as SQL is concerned. So you must like keep practicing these operators and giving multiple condition. Just make your profile on HackerRank and just start practicing it, so that at least you must not think before using these operator. Once you get any query or any problem on SQL, and if these that queries belong to that simple programming, okay, where you have to use these basic operators, you must know that how should we use, and you should not think twice even before using it. You must directly, like, it should hit you that this is what I am going to use, right? So these, once you like become master in using these operator, right, then you can focus more on these joins related problems, because join related problems are a little bit complex also. So I will discuss this one by one after I will finish this. So some basics I have already covered. Please, if you have not watched my older videos, there are 3 videos that I have uploaded in SQL. So please watch all those videos also and cover one by one, because I'm covering from very basic for those also who are like going to start. So please watch all this video and please subscribe to my channel. I will keep covering all the SQL. After that, after I finish this SQL, I will move to Python. Okay. In Python also, I will start from very basics. Okay. See, I know there you might be like many of you are like already know all this, but there are many beginners also who are like very new to it. So they might not be very okay with it. So they must keep like start practicing it and do your best in this SQL queries. Okay. So thanks a lot, friends, and please subscribe to my channel and like the video if it helps you. We will meet again tomorrow.